he has as a coach. And Morgan rolling out on first down and longer, and he's got a connection up to the 50-yard line to Tyler Johnson, the senior, for 17 and a first down.
The one advantage Minnesota has coming into this ball game is they have two incredibly talented receivers on the outside. And no matter how good you are in man-to-man coverage, you can't beat great receivers every single play. So Bateman and Johnson are the key to Minnesota getting something done today.
Time this time, and he's got Johnson inside the 20. Tyler Johnson, the Minnesota native, for 17.
This is one way to beat press coverage, a crossing route. He comes all the way across the field to run away from the man coverage. That is a good way to help Johnson out. Put him in the slot and let him run away from the guy. That's a great adjustment.
Humble young man who's going to walk for his diploma coming up in the spring, and he said to us yesterday he did it for his family, to be a role model for everybody coming after him, all of his siblings.
58 yards rushing already for Minnesota.
Morgan pulls it and lets it rip to the far side for Tyler Johnson. Morgan, once again, Tyler Johnson, first down. And Tyler Johnson is an outstanding story. We told you about him getting his degree soon here in Minneapolis, but he goes to Minneapolis North High School, and he is a young man.
How about that triple team on Brown? When you talk about a day and how much work he's putting in, Minnesota is going after him.
Yeah, Johnson, I mean, this kid essentially helped his high school stay open. He won a basketball championship in the state for North High School, and they revere him there. This for a long time with a group. Go the other way. Johnson, touchdown! He did get in gymnastically. Let's see, did he get in?
Ball has to break the plane, not Johnson, the ball.
Morgan surveying. Morgan for Johnson, who goes to the high point and climbs the mountain at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 29.
Great pass protection for Morgan. Gave him plenty of time to find Johnson in the middle of the field. Look at that. How about Johnson going up high to get that? Post pattern.
Well, look, he went to Minneapolis North High School. He played for the Polars. That was their mascot. So it fits that he would go to the very top of the world to make a play in his final game.
Big individual year.
Tanner Morgan loads it up, throws the slant, and has a first down and goal to Tyler Johnson once again. Not necessarily a need to do that. Morgan, end zone. That would have been a wild grab for Johnson, but he was out of bounds. Oh no! They say touchdown! Unreal if he got that foot in.
Oh, I don't know about that.
That would be totally outrageous.
If he did that, oh my goodness. SportsCenter top play. You kidding me? No way he gets his foot down.
The crowd reacted to the replay. Let's see.
Oh,
is
look
the
at that.
toe on the line, or is it?
He's got green there.
Is a catch for a touchdown. The previous play.
From this angle, there is green. Toe, ball, green. Wow.
Complete control?
Yeah.
Or was that ball moving around?
That's the other question.
That's a one-handed catch there.
Well, he didn't catch it clean the first time. You'll see it hits his hand, and then he re-catches it.
His foot is still in green as he comes down there. Before the right foot is in on the green, and before the left foot goes to the orange out of bounds, he has control. So to me, Q, the only issue is whether he's in bounds there. And it looks from this angle that it is.
Will Auburn get the replay overturn hat trick? in the end zone. Now,
right foot down, control.
Now, does the toe squeak over the line there as it's, I mean, that is...
It should be indisputable. And that...
Well, see, now there on that look, it doesn't look like there's as much green as we saw in the first place. That's very difficult.
And this is that part of slowing things down to frame by frame that can distort things a little bit. Look, that was a heck of a play, and I think...
Years. We take a look at what Tyler Johnson did in the first half. This senior has been outstanding. Who's showing up? Presented by the Peloton app. It's number 6.
Yeah, he's working. Initially, they had him a little press coverage. They moved him inside to the slot. He got away from people, and this touchdown catch, my goodness. The body control, one-handed catch, gets the foot down. Yeah, he's working.
7 catches, 93 yards, and a touchdown. And look, he won a high school basketball state championship at Minneapolis North. Basically, as the story goes, the school was on the verge of possibly closing, and Tyler Johnson helped keep it open. Rashad Bateman, his teammate, called him, quote, Savior Ty, King of the North.
He's the pride.
Yesterday.
He's the pride of, that north side of Minneapolis. That means a lot to him.
On first down, Minnesota. Smith with a flag in has Johnson. And Tyler Johnson to the 35, but will check the marker. Big Cat Bryant looks like he's got smoke coming out of his ears. He couldn't get around the corner, though. And Tyler Johnson sets up a third down and doable. Tanner Morgan struggled today. Screen for Johnson, had a lot of air under it, and Johnson is just short. Morgan loads it up, down the middle, wide open Johnson, Tyler Johnson, touchdown! He torched Smoke Monday on a 73-yard touchdown.
It all begins with the pass protection. They go max pro. Look at all the guys protecting Morgan. And when you play man coverage and you can't handle Johnson, you got a problem. But it all began up front. They went max pro to make sure that Morgan had plenty of...
Minnesota offense right now on the 11th catch for Tyler Johnson, who now is the all-time Golden Gopher touchdown receiving guy in history. He did it earlier with that wild catch in the back of the end zone. He adds to his lead, number 36 of his career. And what a farewell for that soon-to-be graduating senior.
And isn't it appropriate that a guy from North Minneapolis gets that record?
Tremendously. He stayed home to play for his city and to play for his family. And now he's got Minnesota holding the lead. Igbenogany off the spin as we go back to the touchdown for Johnson.
Yeah, really smart thing by Minnesota, getting Johnson in the slot. He looks up and he sees a free safety in Smoke Monday. He says, oh, really? A free safety, man-to-man in the middle wide open? Look how he crosses him over, gives him the oath. I'm going outside. No, I'm not. You go outside. I got the middle of the field for the post. It is wide open. Morgan sees it. That's a really well-designed play, getting Tyler Johnson on the free safety with that slot position.
Clock. Slant route. Johnson. He's got more slant catches than anybody in the nation, and he ends up at the 40-yard line.
That was the run-pass option. Morgan decides after the snap whether he's going to give the ball. Look, there's the fake. He's reading that wing, that overhang player, and then he decides, the slant is there. I will throw it because that guy came up to play the run.
And he slides down inbounds just in case.
Top well, keep the clock moving.
12 catches, 204 yards. The farewell tour is memorable for Tyler Johnson. Minnesota's offense had an interception on the opening drive.
Well, Tyler Johnson, when the game began, was one of the outside receivers, and he was having trouble getting off the line of scrimmage with the press coverage. They moved him into the slot. gave him more room, and it's resulted in a huge day for him.
And now Minnesota will let the clock 7, but for the senior Tyler Johnson, for the Golden Gophers, our Capital One Player of the Game, a Minnesota Bowl record. He's got more receiving touchdowns than anybody in Gopher history, Rod.
And deservingly so. I mean, he is the guy that changed the complexion of this game. First couple of series, they didn't have him involved the way they wanted, and then he just got loose when they moved him into the slot spot, and he was a terror.
What a game. What a way to start your 2020 in college football. 31-24 Minnesota.